What about Team Leviathan? They've got the majority of their cores, or all of their cores, so they're looking for probably a final support hero. Someone with a bit of sustain, I think they need, up against like Dazzle, Bounty Hunter, all these annoying little heroes, just chipping away at them bit by bit.
Ranger at your
The Wind Ranger, hero that I
Oh, maybe
forgot.
God. He's really good at this
Yeah,
one.
that's true. Witch Doctor for Leviathan, maybe? I feel they need something that can actually heal them up during team fights, or else it's just going to be overwhelming from LGD. Undying is still there.
I think they actually need more of a dedicated disable. Because they don't really have... A lot of this kind of comes down to chance. It's like, if we hit this spell. And I almost never feel like you should want to be in that kind of position when you're playing Dota. It's like, if we hit this hook or something like that, we can get a good fight off.
Someone that just goes in, gets a stun, starts things off in the team fight.
Yeah, exactly. Something more reliable, anyways.
Vengeful Spirit seen a lot of light recently.
We saw Keeper of the Light destroy Wind Ranger earlier today, but I don't think it's a hero that they play. Does well against the Morphling too, if I remember correctly.
Give me the support Kunkka. Let's see it. With the Aghanims upgrade as well.
When's the last time you actually saw that, though?
It has been a long time. It has been a long, long time. I think EG pulled it out 3 months ago or something.
That's because Universe loves that hero.
There's been a couple of... Oh, Train Protector. Okay.
Okay, so that's their disable.
Overgrowth it is then. Well, here we go. Still trying to find out the clarification, because the admin was asking apparently, because of the situation we're in where both of these teams have qualified, if they draw, there's going to be a tiebreaker anyway afterwards.
Yeah.
In this 2-game series. He was asking
if they do a best of one.
If they do a best of one. But I've not got clarification yet, so I'm not 100% sure if that's actually happening.
That's not a terrible idea, considering the circumstance.
I mean, a best of one here, you know, whoever wins gets the top spot.
I know, especially if they're offering already to, like, you know, they're like, can we move it to tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a hectic day no matter what. The organizers probably just want to make things as easy as possible for both teams, but you got to get somebody to agree to it first. And if somebody wants to play it out, then you can't really fault them for that.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, LGD, maybe with a double Fairy Fire again. He really loves this item, actually. Picking it up non-stop on these mid-heroes, and to be fair, it's incredibly potent on them. MMY's Bounty, RTK, offlane Tusk. Followed through by DDC's Dazzle. So it is going to be Sylar on his really signature Morphling. This is the guy if you look for Morphling.
I feel like all the Chinese like carries play that hero godlike. I remember there's like some stat with burning or something like that where he had like some absurd win rate.
Yeah, I guess in China you think of burning, you think of AM. Sylar is maybe more lone druids.
Yeah.
Than Morphling, and both of them definitely play that Morphling.
I felt like that hero was like the protagonist of TI2. He was like, Morphling, you've got to pick it. If you don't pick it, you're gonna lose. You give a Chinese team Morph, you lost.
The E-Blade BKB.
Yeah. Back then, that hero was incredibly overpowered, though. It was actually unkillable.
Yeah.
This series will be played as a best of one, with the winner placing first in Group B.
Thank you, Danny89. So the admin, honestly, he's done a great job. Like
Thanks,
with the difficulties he's had, he's done an absolutely amazing job.
You said Danny60?
Danny69 Jenkins, you fiend.
I like this team.
You monster.
Yeah, they're good guys. Okay, so it looks like both teams are okay with that. And this might actually be... LGD probably thinks, okay, we're better than them, so we're going to win. Let's just get out of here, you know, win this game, get out of here. And Leviathan, their thought process should be, this is our best chance to beat a team like LGD. Like, we just take them out in the best of one, then we get a higher seeding in the groups.
We've got Pudge ET, what could go wrong? And yeah, there we go. They're going to run the dual off lane. Newsham on the ET, Jenkins, the Ganja King playing the Pudge up at top.
The Ganja King. I like how you keep saying that.
It's just there. It's the first thing I see, because like his name is more left aligned because Ganja King is so long. It like you look at it in the middle of his name. There's the G, right?
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I promise. It's not because I really like his name. I'm not going to start off by pulling anything. Newsham, oh dear, you're in a little bit of trouble here. Not expecting the bounty to be already up at top, but Elder Titan is quick on his feet, and with the hook helping, Jenkins will drag him back to safety. I'm just wondering though, can you pull on the Radiant side? I know you can do it definitely Dire side because of the proximity to the tier 2. on bottom.
Denied.
But Radiant offlane, can you actually pull this camp across?
That looks pretty far. And you have this camp though.
I guess you can pull here with someone and then hook across, but that's just awkward maybe.
Yeah. Alright, this top lane, Nusham, he is about to hit level 2. And again, like we talked about, like ET is quite good against the Morphling. So when it comes to the mid game, they're probably not too worried. And the best part about this dual lane is it is keeping MMY up here instead of harassing the mid lane. So it's going to give Shibi the best opportunity to just get a straight 1v1. Although a straight 1v1 against maybe does not sound like my cup of tea. Like that doesn't sound...
It definitely doesn't seem like it's going well either. 11-4 against 4 and 1. Shibi.
Gotta calm down, Shibi. It's okay.
First, 3 waves or so, maybe has almost perfect CS. Just, chill out, relax a little bit. Shibi can definitely bring this one back. Down the bottom lane, Jar's playing the Gyrocopter up against ROTK's Tusk. The help of Treant Protector, who's hasted up, but he doesn't have level 2. If he was level 2 here with Leech Seed, definitely could go in on Wind Ranger, but Jenkins has already done that. Kills off maybe, and Shibi healed up. MMY is their dust or sentries on anyone, doesn't look like it. But they get the first blood. Jenkins roaming down, and man, that's a deal breaker. Shibi now gets what, a wave and a half free?
Yeah, and it was already a confidence breaker where he was kind of losing the lane pretty hard. And now that they get the help from Jenkins, I feel like it has like a twofold effect, it kind of gives your mid laner a little bit more confidence because he knows that he has the kill advantage. But even more importantly than that, it gives Jenkins a little bit more confidence, like, okay, I can make this work in a game like this.
They're going to kill off Nusham though. Sala gets the hits in. The healing living armor not enough to block out attacks or heal that ET up quite enough. MMY is looking for Jar. ROTK can have the shards out as well if he wants to. Blocks the Gyro, but also pushes
got the
MMY
snowball
back.
too.
Snowball ready as well, but in comes the Leech Seed. MMY has the level 1 Shuriken.
Not quite enough to be able to save Jar in that situation.
Close though.
That mango timing, didn't expect that.
Yeah, all of a sudden, mana out of nowhere. So the other Titan is now solo off lane. Does Jenkins... What's he up to? He was thinking about it, but just sort of waddling his way around that creep camp. DDC. You don't realize the Pudge is coming for you.
He doesn't have the Grave either. Nope, he's only level 3. He can scale it up, but he opts to go for the second level of heal. This might be a minor opportunity for them. But it doesn't look like it's going to lead to anything, especially with that courier flying over his head. That will tip them off.
Oh, Jenkins. He saw the Dazzle moving across and nearly gets the hook actually onto DDC. He's slightly mistimed or misplaced, but good attempt regardless. Now Shibi, he's caught up pretty nicely in mid. 13 up against the 18. Oh, back up the top though. Jenkins in a bit of trouble. Dust out, so I can't go invis, but the damage output there from Sila's level 2 waveform, just too much to actually bear. There's Nusham. Adaptive Strike, very nearly dying. MMY is going to go in for this, diving with his boots over Nusham's 315 movement speed, and that'll secure the kill. Oh, maybe not. The Fog actually tracking MMY a little bit further behind. A double kill for Bounty Hunter. Jenkins.
I mean, this is what we were talking about though, right? With the MMY Bounty Hunter, this is just what he does. They're going to dust him up. They're going to look for him, but whether or not they actually find him is a different story, as he's just hiding deeper in.
Oh, no freaking way!
Oh, they're going to get him! Yo! That's a killing spree too. Oh, that was so hype. That was actually so hype. I just saw Durka's expression. I gotta see the chat.
You're a freaking god!
Oh, back.
V-A-C.
Back.
V-A-C, that's all you need to know.
That was
Jenkins
that was
Pudge, my boy.
That deserves... It does sound like we're biased guys, but most of it just comes down to the fact that LGD is the overwhelming favorite here, and everybody likes a good underdog story. We are rooting for any underdog as a caster, because it's just more exciting.
Well, down back to bottom lane. Nusham has actually left top lane alone. He's like, screw this, I'm just dying a little bit too much up here to the waveform and bounty roaming back onto you. I'm going to try and help out Gyro with a rocket barrage. I mean, Jar hasn't been farming spectacularly up against RTK's Tusk. And it's a difficult proposition. Shards does a lot of damage. Snowball's annoying, dodges out from that rocket barrage.
He's playing really defensively too, because the tree can't really zone him out, and he has no idea where MMI is, like, at any point in the game. So he's just kind of afraid, roaming around, hoping that he's not going to get killed. I think it really made him gun-shy once he died, that one time at bottom, when they were able to get the kill off on him. And that kind of just tells him, like, okay, they have killing potential on me. I have to kind of play a little bit further back than I like.
I see Jenkins actually moving down towards middle lane with the observer ward they have up on the cliff. So maybe he goes for bot rune spot, gets himself a juicy little illusion rune. Now back down to bottom lane, RTK shards, but it doesn't block Jar out. MMY is here, but he's spotted with a sentry there. Echo Stomp actually slows RTK down, but it's not quite enough until Jenkins comes in. Has Hook available, but Snowball with the Walrus Punch back on the Jar, gets him locked in place. Rocket Barrage is a good amount of damage, but the shackle from Maybe holds them in place, and Flying Zebra, oh man. That healing from Leech Seed, 4 dead.
Everyone's going to go down there, minus the Queen of Pain, but it's not like she's going to get anything as a result of this, as she's desperately trying to get some rebuttal as a result, but I mean, you would have really liked to see... I don't actually know if her presence would have helped at all. That was such an awkward position. LGD was pretty dominant there.
So all of a sudden they had everyone bottom lane, and Shibby doesn't get the line of shackle up for Maybe. It's only level 1 actually. I've seen a few times players, I think Chessie, oh Shibby, MMY is right here waiting for you. I've seen a few players recently, I think Chessie is like a prime example, not going focus fire until like level 8 or 9 and prioritizing levels in shackle over it. Is there a big reason why you would go focus fire here over shackle against a hero like Queen of Pain?
I think it puts a little bit more pressure. You have some kill potential, like he does deal a lot of damage right now, like 100 a hit. Especially with the 2 fairy fires, and I don't think his focus is on Shibby whatsoever, as weird as that sounds. Like, I think maybe is past the laning phase already in his brain. And at top, this should be a kill, potentially? No, maybe he's just going to circle around. Decides not to go for it, and Jenkins is going to secure the top rune now.
Scared a little bit of that Pudge. Level 4, level 2 Hook is, pretty monstrous, honestly, and Newsham, do they know the bounty hunter's here? Jenkins is thinking about the dust. Is he going to go for another VAC hook again onto MMY?
There's like no way.
Oh, they actually saw
he spotted it right now,
they
but
saw the invis, yeah.
I don't think, he's going to get way out of there. He's hoping, I think Newsham's actually hoping to cross it. They know. He's pinging it like crazy, but there's just no way.
If they had the dust still off cooldown, then maybe they could go for that one again.
It was a good attempt though, like to kind of ping into that area, and
it's such good mechanical play.
Yeah. The problem right now, though, is this Pudge was meant to do... I feel like this Pudge was meant to do a little bit more than they expected. But it just hasn't. Like, he's trying to roam around. That bottom engagement, though, went so disastrously. It slowed down a lot of his farm. And most importantly, they just haven't been able to secure Jaw any farm at all.
Oh, that's very true. 2 deaths to his name. Jenkins? What are you up to? Hooking creeps, I guess. Activates bounty rune.
He has to get level 5.
There's Sylar, Morphling. Perseverance is up. That Lincoln Sphere isn't that far away, and what are the kind of things he can dodge? Dismember, Leech Seed, but it's mainly about the stats, the regen, and being able to split push without really worrying about going back to base ever.
He just wants to sustain as much as he possibly can in a game like this. I don't know. I'm pretty worried right now for Leviathan. Like, just looking at their lineup, it wasn't really meant to be behind at any point, as weird as that sounds. What are you laughing about?
Sylar, the way Sylar dealt with that threatening posture from Jenkins is like, I'm faking the hook, I'm faking the hook. He sort of, weaved a little bit. Sylar did the 2 little feints where he was like back and forth, back and forth. Then he realized, creep wave's coming in, I'm just going to go and hit you a couple of times. I'll just hit Jenkins, and the Pudge had to back himself away.
And he shouldn't be that afraid. He's got 900 health. Like, there's almost no way that he can die. To secure himself this, he's going to send the replicate all the way back, although it's pretty low. Got 4 HP. I thought Newsham was going to nuke it for a second.
He doesn't want to give away his position. I don't know what he's going to be waiting for. He's got 2 points in the stomp.
Hey, did they really have kill potential, though, is the problem. I don't believe they can kill.
Oh, they land the hook. Dismember? Nope.
No, he doesn't have it. He's only level 5.
Oh, that's very true. He's halfway to level 6. And now they're actually going to roam down to bot, look for the gyrocopter. MMY Invis, RTK Arcane boots up. The level 4 shards, even with that living armor there, track him in a little bit, snowball forward. Not quite going to die, and with Shibby turning back with a Sonic Wave, they'll kill off the Tusk actually. Good turn. Made by Leviathan, even committing the... Oh! Okay, MMY, yeah, M-God. Maybe you lose the Courier for this one. Hook, thrown out, not going to catch the bounty. He did go the opposite way. Courier, he needs a couple of hits from Shibby. Bounty Hunter by MMY, that deny. Goodness.
I told you, man. This
Radiant's
guy
top tower
might
is
be the
under
best
attack.
bounty. He's just so
Radiant
efficient with the hero. Like the
structures
only
are
people that I
fortified.
really see kind of come close are sometimes I'll see Jerax have an insano game, and sometimes I'll see who's the other player that plays it a lot. It's on like the tip of my tongue.
Radiant's top tower
I can't remember.
has
Pylai
fallen.
Die. Pylai
yeah.
Die. But that might just be a product of Secret. Like MMY seems to just dominate on this hero through constant rotations every game I see him.
Pylai Die, the pioneer of the blink first after brown boots on bounty. Killing couriers non-stop while he was on
Radiant's
Cloud9.
top tower is under attack.
It's a worthwhile play to make. He was really good at it too.
RTK going for the mech build. No early blink for him. Oh, what we're doing at middle lane actually. Sylar looking for Shibby, who has blink on cooldown, and with the damage output from this Morphling, what, 2 more hits, needs 1 more, and we'll get it with the adaptive strike. Can't jump back to the
Radiant's top
replicate
tower
though.
is under
That's a huge
attack.
pickup too. That's, I think, the top level on the team. Yeah. Level 8.
Radiant
Well,
structures
the focus far
are
out from maybe, they'll look for
fortified.
the tier 1. But yeah, that pushes Sylar
Radiant's
so close
middle
to his
tower
Lincoln
is
Sphere as
under
well.
attack.
I'm not actually sure how Leviathan is going to deal with that. He's already quite difficult to kill. We talked about how the ET's good, but it only feels like it's good to a certain
Radiant's
point.
middle
Right?
tower
They
has
still
fallen.
need some damage up on their team, and with the Lincolns that early, things are going to get considerably harder. Because it means that the Pudge alone can't pressure him anymore.
Well, to start off, like, they've got no instant stun. The Orchid is being built up by Shibby. But once the Lincolns is up, what's to pop the Lincolns? It's just going to be...
The dagger.
It's just, oh, I guess the dagger, yeah, you're right. But then...
You
if
don't want to
Replica-
get that close.
Replicate or waveform,
Radiant's bottom
Morphling's going to have a
tower
pretty
is
good time
under
escaping,
attack.
I feel.
It's just the stats that it gives you right now too, this early on into the game. Especially when the gyrocopter is struggling to finish like a wand at 13 minutes into the game. And I think Leviathan sort of know the position that they're in, and they're saying to themselves, okay guys, we have to get something going on the map. We have to get our gyrocopter involved, and they're going to try, and Jenkins, he's going to find MMY, but he misses on the hook!
No VAC on that one. RTK mans up and gets in on the gyrocopter. Good echo stump with the cooldown, but damage output just is not there. For Team Leviathan as they lose
going to go down
3
2.
off the bat.
How many
The-
tracks was that?
The 5-man group up mid from LGD.
The Shackle!
Jimmy Shackle, he was looking for the Sonic Wave onto MMY, but now it's 4 down.
Oh, they're going to get a 5th here.
They're
I
gonna
doubt
get a full team
LGD.
wipe. Yeah, diving onto tier 3s. The Treant Protector, who we've barely seen all game, gets dropped in his own base.
Radiant's middle
Pants
tower
down.
is under attack.
No recourse at all. And that's a blink dagger on MMY's bounty hunter. Not the naked blink, not brown boots into blink. He's got the arcanes, but still.
And that was a lot of
Up,
tracks.
yep, hook, Jenkins. But look at that Morphling.
Does he have any backup whatsoever? It is going to be the stomp, but he dodges it. And another dive.
The backup for Pudge is going to be his own gravestone.
That sort of looked promising for a second. Fortunately for them, that wasn't a track kill. But
Radiant's
still,
middle tower is under attack.
can't afford to give those up, especially when you smoke in. I don't even think they caught MMY with that. That was just a little bit disastrous.
Now, if you're a Wind Ranger and it's 14 minutes in, and you have
Get
4,300
an axe.
gold,
He's gonna get an axe. I don't know why Maybe does this.
I'm sure I saw it pop up. He bought a Maelstrom and sold it earlier.
Yeah, I think this is like, I'm so far ahead. I don't even need items to win.
The ultimate BM.
Yeah.
Just stockpile gold.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah,
full-
he's got the
yeah.
full ags. You're right. Why not?
I think
Why
the
not?
stats are really good in this game. It's early enough where you can obliterate most heroes. Like you've got 2 levels of the focus fire ready. This is definitely the position that you want to be in when you get it.
Well, Jenkins went on a dewarding mission. They will lose the
Sylar
Pudge. And
is
Sylar
so
just
unafraid.
stands and fights and mans up. Gyrocopter doesn't do enough damage, and Sylar's morphing through it all. He's up to lots of strength, but he's going to waveform himself away. There are a bunch of Leviathan
Radiant's
heroes
bottom
around.
tower
Shuriken
is
seals
under
the deal on the gyro with a track onto
They've
him.
got to get out.
Multi-track time. Treant, not long for this world, honestly, as there's another shard's coming out of RTK with Snowball up in 2 seconds. Time
MMY's
great.
not even dying.
MMY survives through it all with a stick charges as well as a heal from the Dazzle graving him up.
Okay, they're just going to call it. They know 2 to 19 at 15 minutes.
Radiant's
LGD
middle
top the
tower
group.
is under
Leviathan
attack.
takes second. This was a best of 1, guys, not a 2-game series as the admin decided. As, if we had a draw or anything like that, we'd have to go into another best of 1. So just shortening it for the teams, getting into things, allowing them to rest and prep for day number 3, which is going to be quarterfinals and semifinals.
That'll be really early on in the morning again. That's like less than 10 hours, I think. It's
So yeah,
definitely less than 10 hours.
Yeah, 2 a.m. CET is when the final tiebreaker is. CDC against TNC is 2 a.m. CET. So that's in 7 hours. Is it 7 hours?
I believe so.
Something like that. I'm rubbish with time.
8 hours.
8 hours? Yeah, it's 6 p.m. now, yes,
Yeah,
8
it's
hours.
8.
But yeah, that's going to be that. Then at 3:30 a.m. CET is going to be the first quarterfinal. So we'll find out what's going on with that. Who's casting that one? Is it Cap +1?
Not sure.
Okay. Well, it's one of us. It's one of us. Might be Cap, might be Toby. I don't think it's me. I think I have tomorrow off because I'm doing Dota Pit. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning. 2 a.m. CET is when we start. So have a good evening. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.